迎回到 Ins Corner，我是 In。今天呢是第155期，然后时隔上一期是差不多整整2周的事情。对，然后这2周发生了非常非常多事情，那我觉得这2周绝对可以说是非常好的发展。对，所以先来总结一下，就是目前我回到 Brisbane 整整2个礼拜，我是10月24回到 Brisbane， 然后今天目前是11月7号，一样是礼拜五，现在下午1点多，快2点。那先按照顺序讲一下，我现在在的地方就是终于可以 I have my own space and I can record comfortably, quietly if I wanted to. Like I don't need to worry about stuff anymore. Well, not like anymore. So, first week back in Brisbane, I actually went for the same hostel that the actual first week I was in Australia for. I was a little bit worried because of how not good. I wouldn't say it's like super bad. It's just like not really good. The first week actually is. It's like very dull. I've talked about it before. Very dull, feeling nothing, and having a travel partner back then. It's just like things are kind of different. But because that's the hostel that it's kind of like the cheapest one I can find in downtown area. It's pretty convenient, and also, I mean, I've already known the place for a week, so I know how things work and I know how to walk to places. I don't need to, Google map everywhere anymore. So I was just like, yeah, anyway, I'll just go back. I booked for a week. I just literally called them saying that I want to book for a week, and I didn't calculate the dates that I'm checking out, and ended up I'm checking out on Halloween. So anyways, so that's the first week, and when I got back, the first day I got back was actually quite a bit, not like dramatic, but just like hassling and stuff. So it's a Friday, 2 weeks ago, right? It's a Friday. I got back. We actually literally nearly 2 p.m. I arrived in Roma Street, the coach terminal, and it was a bit late. We're running late, but it's like normal for coaches, and I have to carry all my stuff, and the most part is just like I took 2 train stops, have to walk for like 20 minutes and something in like peak heat in the afternoon, walk to the hostel, and sweating, not very much, but just like, yeah, sweating. It's a lot more hotter here in Brisbane than back in Coffs Harbour, and the thing is, I wanted to, so the banks here closes at 4 p.m, which is like a really later than back in Taiwan. So I wanted to run to like at least one bank to do some stuff before the day ends up, because it's it's weekend, so I have to wait until Monday. I have nothing to do on weekends. So I wanted to do that. But then I also have a few things have to do before a certain time. So I first wanted to I have to check in, obviously, wanted to run to the bank, and I have to renew, transfer my telecom, my mobile company basically, to a different one, because it's literally due 28 days on that day. I was just like, things I didn't plan it, obviously. It just collapsed on the same day. I did know it would be on that day before I travel, so I was like calculating the time. Okay, because I will need to be in somewhere with stable Wi-Fi to do the transfer, so I cannot do it on the go. I cannot do it while I was in the coach. I have to be in hostel before I leave, and I decided to. I was like, the text I got, it said that okay, the plan will expire at midnight, or but it will, because it will recharge automatically. It will recharge at 5 p.m. But it was New South Wales time, so it would be 4 p.m. Queensland time. It was quite annoying. I was also recorded the time change whilst I crossed the border, because first of all, I still didn't see the border. I crossed it 2 times, no border, no clear border, state borders. And second of all, I wasn't able to capture the time change the other time in early October, because I was obviously asleep. It was 2 a.m. and it would change to 3 a.m. Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing that I got. And so coming back, I have to deal with it at 4 p.m. And also remember, the bank closes at 4 p.m. And I only arrived at Brisbane, Roma Street at 2 p.m. So everything's packed. I got to the hostel, and the thing is, the checking in line was so long. I don't know why. People just I kind of know why. It's just the peak time to check in. Also, it's a Friday. So it took me 15, 20 minutes to wait. So when I actually checked in, it's already 3. I arrived at 3, and it's already 3:30, 3:15, 3:20 something, and I have to unpack the minimum stuff, just to be easier on myself later. So I unpacked this a little bit, and I tried to rush out to the bank. So I got some documents, but the quickest time I would get to the bank would be in 20 minutes or something. So and when I get there, it was gonna be 3:45, and that's definitely not the time they will welcome you to walk in and like sort stuff for you. It's a Friday night, duh. So I walked out towards the grocery and realized that it was like I was already halfway through to the grocery. So it was like 10 to 15 minutes to the grocery shop. And also, obviously I need to buy grocery because I've got no food. And it's like a 25-minute walk to the library. That's everything is on the same way, straight. And then it's like 30 minutes to the bank. So I was like, yeah, let me go to the bank first, the furthest, and then I will walk back and get some water at the library because the water at the hostel isn't that good. And then I'll go buy grocery and then walk back. But then the time doesn't allow that. And I was already halfway through to the grocery shop. Is when I realized, oh shoot, it should be 4 p.m., not 5 p.m. anymore I need to change the phone. And I did not bring like the backup SIM cards with me, and I couldn't do that outside as well. I need Wi-Fi, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So I gave up on going to the bank. I decided to go back to the hostel, take out my laptop, and just like, try to sort through the mobile stuff. Because sometimes I know it doesn't go through that quickly. It's gonna be at least like a couple of minutes to a few hours, even a few days, like 1 to 3 days. But fortunately, at first I honestly thought it's not gonna went through. But fortunately, I didn't got. It went past 4 p.m. But I didn't get charged for my previous one. And I think it took like 20-30 minutes, less than an hour for sure, for me to properly transfer my phone number to a new provider. And I've also met someone I met the first week I was in the hostel. She also came back, which was like, wow, okay. So yeah, because I know she was traveling and stuff. Just like I wasn't expecting to see you again. And anyway, we just had a little chat, just casually. And then I went to grocery shop for a lot of vegetables and things like that. Finally having like a huge fridge and my own like bag to put stuff. So I went shopping, came back. It's already like sunset's like 6. No, I have no energy to cook at all. So I just microwaved some frozen beef meat pie, and I've also got a handful of 4 cans of cider. So it's kind of good. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, but back in Cuffs Harbor, I kind of gained back the habit of casually drinking when I'm in a good mood. So I mean, yeah, if I mentioned, then I mentioned, but that's also the case for me now. And I think because I try to save as much as possible, right? But I'm also not like treating myself to the worst situation. I think it's really important to stay in a good mood. I'm just like trying to enjoy the moment, really, really enjoying the moment. So I've always I told my friend once back in Cuffs Harbor, my friend in Taiwan, but like when I was in Cuffs Harbor, that like my mission is to try all the cheapest cider, like non-beer in Australia before I leave. Yeah, because back then I was like, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna stay for that long. I might not even stay for like half a year or a year. It's just like things are just so uncertain. And they're like, this is such a alcoholic speaking. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just like enjoying my life, like very rationally. Like I drink no more unless someone is treating. But if I'm buying it for myself, I don't drink like more than 2 cans a day or 2 glasses a day. Yeah. So that's the first day, and the second day was Saturday. Obviously, I have nothing to do. I forgot. It's kind of amazing that It's literally the same, but so different. The first week I landed, I've got nothing to do aside from like the obvious errands to do. And I just feel like so bored. I just like literally go to that library every day and like do nothing or just like try to find things to do. And this time, back at the same hostel, same place, same street, same like 7 days literally. And things just came out of nowhere. And it's like kind of amazing that how things came to me in a way. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, I kind of got back to the habit of bullet journaling, because I feel like literally if I don't record, if I don't write down what I've done for the day, I do not remember even like just like the time. Like there are just so many things I started to notice now that I'm in a better mindset. So I really, really want to document all this stuff for future me, obviously. So it's like I kind of have more things that I don't want it to document in a way of pictures and like on Instagram, because that's like I'm starting to post a lot more compared to, oh my gosh, like well before like the first month I was here. So so that's why I kind of like get back to bullet journal, just like basically timeline what I've been doing for the day. And that's been so helpful. So I wouldn't be able to recall what I've done, 2 weeks ago without looking at my bullet journal. So on Saturday, I woke up whatever time I wanted, and because I slept quite early the previous day, like 9 or 10, I think. So I woke up at like 8 something, and I went to the common kitchen and cooked a lot. Fortunately, it's like pretty empty. So I took the time, cook, because I've now got containers, so I can cook more and then reheat later. And then I just slowly eat and unpack more things, and get changed, and I went to the library. So Saturday, because I've got nothing to do, right? I just like tried to pack all things and go to the library, and then I figured out what I can do. So what I wanted to do is clean up all the pictures and photos and like videos on my laptop and my phone throughout the past 3 weeks. So I lived in Coffs Harbour for literally 3 weeks. So that's all the things. I usually keep my like actual local album empty. It's all on the cloud. So after like cleanings, and I would usually do that just like once a few days or even every day. In fact, I don't have that much pictures. That's kind of weird because I post a lot. But anyway, so that's just, to me, I don't have a lot, but to some people I might have a lot, and to other people I might have too little, right? So I try to clean up, because now I have to get great use of the cloud instead of like the actual storage. I don't have much storage space on my devices compared to back home, and so I did quite a long time for that. And in the meantime, I also organized some clips and edited a reel out of that. And then whilst all of that, I was filming a time lapse as well. And also I did more bullet journal setup for the coming week, trying like different layouts, because it's been a long while since I've actively do bullet journal. And I tried for 2.5 weeks when I was in Coffs Harbour, and just like try some very simple layouts, because first of all, I don't have much colored pens. I have no highlighters. I don't know why I didn't bring like even a single highlighter. That's like a false on me. And gradually, and because I have quite a few, like I have only a few things that I know I wanted to track. For example, like back in Coffs Harbour, I wanted to track what's the time we've worked and approximately how much I picked and whether it's a day off or not. And the thing is, what I ate, I want to track that, and how much I spent, like approximately what thing and how much, and just like little things throughout the day. So it's quite little. I don't need much space for that. I can do like one like A5 page for each week, and like gradually I wanted more space to write more stuff. So I start to experiment with different spreads and gradually turn into timeline mode instead of just like bullet points. So becoming timeline, so I get to know like what time I'm doing what in what time. Yeah, so that's basically what I did. And I've also, so on the day I traveled back to Brisbane, during the ride, I was pretty much just resting, but I contacted a house. I by chance saw a house and wanted to book for an inspection. So the inspection would be on Sunday. So that was Saturday, right? I booked it on Friday, and so I have nothing to do on Saturday, and the inspection is on Sunday night. And yeah, that would be like basically my first official house inspection in my life. And I was a bit worried, so I told my friend like, hey, can you just like watch out for me? The house would be at blah 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 position, location, and if I didn't respond before like 7 p.m., then I'm probably in trouble or something. And then she offers to come with me. What a surprise! This is a friend that I know after coming to Brisbane, before, but like she's also in Brisbane and doing some stuff, and we've only met once, and that's the first time we've met. She's so nice, and we went to Starbucks, grabbed some food, and then we went to the house inspection. Yeah, so that was Sunday. And my Saturday is basically like that. I just like after the library closes at 5, so I have to end with everything before 5. I was gonna do some job hunting, but didn't. So I just did some house hunting, messaged a bunch of people, and then on Sunday I finally gained back the headspace to watch anime. And back in Coffs Harbour, we've chatted a lot about Attack on Titan. So I've already watched it like 2 full times, and I kind of just like wanted to rewatch it again. So I started to rewatch that on Sunday. So I eat while watching, and then I have nothing to do, so I just like kind of like eat, watch, and then eat. I stayed at the hostel to do that, stayed at the dining area. And then I stayed until I needed to go to downtown to meet a friend at Starbucks. And then that's the day. Like evening is just like watching. And then on Monday, okay, that week was just kind of amazing. So I've been waiting Monday to come, right, to do all the like bank stuff and stuff. So I cook, I eat, I watch anime, as always. Like, basically, that's like my entire week. So every single week, that's how I wake up to cook, eat anime, cook, eat anime. And I wanted to leave early, but I was like kind of like lazy and it's so hot. So I ended up going to the library at noon again and try to call what? Oh, try to call ATO. So ATO is like Australian Taxation Office, still about like taxes stuff, and failed. Noontime is apparently like the busiest time. And I couldn't really call at the hostel or anywhere else because they will have to, like, you have to verbally answer a lot of very personal details. And it's just, like, not safe to do that. So I wanted to go to the library for, like, the semi-private booth to do that. But at noontime, it's also all, like, all taken. So I just found a corner. And, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, the call didn't went through. So I don't have to actually took the call. And then I went to, like, I find it, like, similar to a position, like I try to solve a lot of issues like just with my brain instead of asking everything to AI as I previously would. I think after arrival, aside from applying for jobs, I only asked AI to solve my life problem once when I was in Cuffs Harbor because I was so out of my mind. I have no brain capacity to do that. And then the next time was I kind of know the order. I just wanted to have some reassurance with like someone, AI, not someone, but just like, yeah. So I list out all the stuff I have to do, which is quite a lot. And it's just like the problem, like, that like this thing is blocking the other, but you also have to do that. And so I asked AI, list out the order, confirm. But, the AI told me an order, but I still like decided to go with my own order. It's like, that's very me, to be honest. Like, I asked someone for advice, but then I kind of have my own mind already, and then they said like I like secretly want A, and I asked, oh, what do you think, A or B is better? And they say B, and I was like, oh, yeah, sure, I'm gonna take A. It's like that. So I went to the bank to do some stuff, and then I went to Department of Transport to ask for it. Like going to banks and like these kind of government departments takes time waiting, not the actually dealing with stuff. So bank one and the other bank, and I had booked 2 other house inspections in that afternoon, so I have to leave downtown at 2 p.m. before going to the other inspections. So I couldn't go to the second bank that I wanted to open a new account. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. I went to 2 other house inspections and ended up going back home at like 5 or 6, I think 6. And then I ate, I went back to the, did I went back to the library? Yeah, I think I did. I went back to the library. I did not document that because I was out of space. That's why I've got too little space for this week. And it's only Monday, right? Yeah, so I forget what I did, but then I went back and I had dinner while I was watching anime still. And then one of my roommates that I've heard talking to other people in the same room came to talk to me. I mean, we've like kind of like say hi. I think we say hi on like Sunday night. Yeah, and so she came and chatted with me for quite a while, and because on Tuesday everyone knows it's gonna be storming, like pouring rain the entire day, so we decided to go use the common room TV to watch anime, and it was so amazing. So that's what we decided to do on Tuesday, and we chatted for a long time on like on Monday, and yeah, so it was a crazy day. Just so many things didn't go well, but I've also completed a lot. And on Tuesday, I woke up super early. So the ATO, taxation office, they received calls from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m., just like regular time. And usually the least busiest time is 8 to 9. So I literally have to wake up like super early, and it's like pouring rain, try to find somewhere private to do the call. And fortunately, finally, the call went through and I got my stuff sorted. And then I came back to cook and eat and try to set up the TV. That was like around like 10, 11. And then me and my roommate started watching anime, marathon literally, from noon to like 5 p.m., I think. It was so amazing. Aside from we have to smell like smoke and marijuana throughout. And then we went to buy snacks before sunset, and I came back. I just go to shower, and I too lazy to cook, so I eat snacks as dinner and watch more anime, and basically, yeah, that's my night. And wait, did I? Yeah, and then that's Tuesday, right? It's like that's the first time I stayed at the hostel for the entire day without going out. And on Wednesday, similar things, cook, chat, watching anime. And then I finally went to open my second bank account in downtown. Also just stroll around a bit, like seeing the things that I've seen before but never actually looked at it, just like randomly seeing it. And this time I can actually, because I'm alone, I actually go into, for example, I went to the bookstore and I went to try, there's an issue, not going to go into detail, but there's an issue with withdrawing cash with like my Taiwan card. And that day I realized that's actually an issue, so I have to solve that as well. That's a huge issue. And doing some job hunting. And then I went to the library that afternoon as well. Texted and sent quite a few job applications and managed to get an interview for the same day at 5 p.m. So I have to go back to the hostel to get changed, travel to the place, and then back to the library and do more, because it's Wednesday, so the library closes at 8, and I did more job hunting after that. So that was that day. Thursday, it's basically just more... Thursday's so busy. So I was asked for a trial shift on Thursday, and I said yes. So I cooked, eat anime, and tried to call the bank. Well, the bank called me. Now I tried to call the bank back in Taiwan, so they have to call me. And I also call my mom, and then I went to the trial shift, came back, got the call again. I came back to the library and tried to print some stuff, and I got the membership card at the library, which is great. I've wanted that. And then came back home to buy some more meat because I've got too many vegetables but no meat anymore. And that's for Thursday. And then Friday, it's Halloween, and I have to check out. So I didn't say which house I chose, right? The one on Sunday, the first house that my friend came to inspect with me, is actually just so perfect that I very much wanted to decide just on the spot, but the landlord's like, no worries, just like you can decide, tell me on Tuesday morning, because there's someone else wanted to inspect on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and so the Monday, the two inspection on Monday was actually very impromptu, that I booked on literally like Sunday evening, like, can I have a look like on tomorrow? And there was like, yes, but those two are either the same price or lower price, but like the situation is kind of worse than that. The only downside, I would say, like the major downside, there are a few minor downsides, but I don't mind. The huge major downside is it's very short term. So it's until the first week of December for this current stay. So I am currently here. So I am moving on Friday, and I have to check it at like morning, obviously, but I can only move in the evening, like 8 p.m. because my landlord hasn't got back home yet. And so I stayed at the hostel. After I checked out, I still used their kitchen. They said yes. And quite amazingly, I met a few people at that very last breakfast to chat, including me. There are three people that came for a working holiday. And it's like, this time finally living at a hostel feels like living at a hostel, like going out with, hostel people and chatting people in English, because I've never used that much English since I came. Honestly, I'm not like sad about, I'm not disappointed or anything about that, because that kind of maintains my level of English, at least the accent in some way. So that was okay. So that morning was kind of good. And me and two other girls, one girl is the roommate that watched anime with me. She's just traveling. She's not working holiday. And me and the three of us, I was going to the library, and they were like, why not just like come with us? My roommate was actually checking out on the same day as well, but she couldn't check in until like 2 p.m. So she just decided to go to the library with us. So we went to the library as 3, and I've done quite a few more job applications and online interviews. And also got a call from the previous work asking, can I work on Saturday? And so this thing, okay, I kind of had to explain this thing. So I went to the interview on Wednesday and went pretty like fast. Everything is in Mandarin. The bosses are, I knew like later the boss is like a couple from China, and they open, it's a drink/sweet shop. And because I've got similar experiences before, so I think that kind of is like a plus. I went to trial shift at the same place where I did the interview, but during the interview, they asked me that where I'm living right now, and also I said I live in downtown now, but I'm moving in 2 days into this location, and he asked where in that location, and I was a bit cautious. I was like, why do you need to know where? And it ended up being like the boss told me that, oh, he actually had a shop in that area. And he showed me the location of the shop. And I was so surprised that it's literally the same street name. Like, it has to be so close that you're using the same street name here in Australia. And so I was like, oh my God, I literally live on the same street. It's not like a straight street. It's quite zigzagging, but it's literally the same street name. And he was surprised as well. But then he said he's not in charge of, who employees to put in which shop. It's his wife that I'd later know, which is the one I was in contact with. And so anyway, I still did trial shift, and then Friday I wouldn't be able to work, but the wife sent me the recipe for their drinks and like the sweets and stuff. So she asked me to memorize those, and after that tell her, and then she will start putting me into the schedule. But then on Friday, because that was Thursday night, the day I did the trial shift, and on Friday I got a call from the wife boss saying that, oh, do you want to start working tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And then, okay, the prerequisite is that on Thursday, she actually asked whether I am okay with traveling from the place I am moving in to downtown, because it's quite far. It's going to be like, from where I live now to downtown, it's an hour, and to where the shop is, it's going to be 70 to 80 minutes. And at that time, I was like, 先求有再求好. So an opportunity is an opportunity. So I said yes. The trial shift doesn't like cost anything. It's just like an hour or two, so it's fine to me. So it's not like there's a non-commitment yet. So it's like, just yes, why not? But she also said that a lot of previous trained employees are like, they quit because of the travel time basically. So that's why they wanted to like reconfirm that. But then on Friday, she asked me to work in the one that's much closer to me, which obviously I'm really appreciated. I appreciate that. So I said yes, and it's a full day work as well. So very like, it's just everything connects together so well in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be. So I moved in on Friday night. It was not a smooth move because it was raining, and I've got so many things to carry because I only have one luggage. All other things I have to carry on my body, so it's quite heavy. And on Saturday, fortunately, I only have to start working at 11, and it's very close, so I can still do some grocery shopping in the morning, or else I don't have food. And then I go to work, and because it's a Saturday, so my friends back in Taiwan have time to talk to me, I was able to call my friend during my break time, which is so amazing, or else I really have nothing to do at break time. And after work, I've also called my friend for 5 hours. That's so good. Because we basically only talk like once a week or something, or maybe once per 2 weeks. So that's really good. And the Saturday was like, the entire day was heavy raining. And for some reason, the hour that I was on break, zero rain. So it was like, how fortunate am I? Yeah. So that was Saturday. And Sunday I also have to work, but I ended my work at 5 p.m. And so I finally can enjoy some daytime and get back and rest, get changed, and chat with my landlord and watch anime on TV and then eat and stuff. So that was last week, which is so amazing. And in simple words to describe last week, I would say busy Monday, lazy Tuesday, unexpected Wednesday, packed Thursday, moving Friday, working Saturday, and happy Sunday. And it's just, I love last week, to be honest. Yeah. And this week it's almost over, and this week I've got quite a few shifts which were surprising, but also I'm not sure how it will go because I'm still in training mode, so I cannot work by myself now. So some people have to work with me, and I'll see about next week's shift to see whether I would like to find another job or not. So this week, aside from Tuesday, I am working every single day. Free weekend is full day, so tomorrow and the day after is full day, and the other days are just like 5 or 6 to 9 p.m. It's pretty good, so I don't have to work. I mean, it's indoor work anyway, and my colleagues are super nice, the work environment is super nice, and I think I'm learning quite well, to be honest. And then live really close, literally, like even back in Taiwan, I never worked a job that I can just walk to. One of the jobs I can, but I have a bike, so I will just bike there. I bike everywhere, basically. So this place is just so near. And my job is like, we have drinks and sweets, so like grass jelly and things like that. Literally, I can like drink or eat while working or after work, I can bring it back to my roommates and stuff, and they loved it. So it was honestly quite amazing. At the moment, I would just say at the moment, right now in daytime, I can just sleep until I wake up and then just eat, enjoy the entire house by myself, just like right now, and do whatever. And we have a little garden with man-made grass, and during the afternoon when the sun is like not shining directly on it, I would often go out there and lie, not directly on the grass, I would lie on a mat that I brought and lie on there to read. Yeah, I also bought a book. I was a bit hesitated to buy like physical books because I've got my Kindle, but I really think like having a physical book encourages me to read. And I saw a book in Coffs Harbour that I was kind of interested in, and I didn't buy it obviously, and then I came back to Brisbane, saw it in the bookstore again. It was like $24, like no. And then I saw it at Kmart. That's only $14. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna buy it. It's a 400, is it 400? Yeah, it's a 400-page romance novel, and I am currently literally halfway through. I am so proud of myself. Yeah, just I am quite successful currently at no screen time, like breakfast or something. So I kind of, it's not like a strict force myself thing. It's kind of natural. Like this environment here just breed that out of me. So I naturally do less screen time and enjoy, like, I can just enjoy solitude or the boredom. It's not really boredom, it's just like I can just sit there. And currently also I am setting my sports camera outside to film like time lapse of cloud moving and sun moving. Basically it's just really therapeutic to me to watch those and to just like document life. And yeah, I feel like, oh, by the way, my work actually involves, I would say 80 to 90% Mandarin. Like the customers are either from China or from Taiwan, but they just like speak Mandarin, and everything in the shop is Mandarin aside from like the menu, it has to have English, right? But there are more Chinese on there than English, and the things like the recipes in shop they provide are all in simplified Chinese. So it's a bit of a like, you read the recipe, it's in Chinese, and then you have to translate, like not translate, but just like when a product came in, like an order came in, you have to translate that yourself to which product that is on the recipe and then make it. So kind of interesting. And yeah, I've got a landlord and a roommate, so we all live together, just like three of us in like a pretty new house. I mean, they re-renovated it, so that's pretty new, and they are super clean, and they just like our time schedule kind of matches, like everyone just sleeps at like 12 or 1, and in the morning I obviously woke up later than them, but I'm never like, the noise cancelling here in most, I think like every Australian houses are pretty terrible, so I'm like okay with it. And it's pretty nice, and we have a ground floor and a second floor. Second floor is our room, first floor is the kitchen and all the dining areas and stuff. So I'm really enjoying my life right now, even though I'm not letting the temperament like distract me. Like I'm trying not to think about it too much, like, oh, this is gonna end one day. No, just like I'm so grateful that I can have this moment now, especially compared to, you know, a month ago. Literally a month ago, last night I saw the full moon and thought about last month. It was 中秋节, and that time I was literally like struggling so much with everything, every aspect in life, and was just like, wow, that's such a contrast. And I am so grateful that I have the life now that I have it. So still a lot of, you know, errands and detailed stuff to get through. I'm waiting on a few stuff to get some stuff sorted, things like that. Job isn't entirely stable, and I'm still looking for more inspections for houses to stay in the future. I don't know where I wanted to live, and in December it's going to be hard to find a job. The shops are closing, etc. But nonetheless, it's great now, and that's all that matters. So see you next time.